Yes, totally. I definitely agree. I loved the early days of the UFC. It's like the video game Pit Fighter, or Street Fighter. It really was karate versus the boxer versus the wrestler. Even down to the different uniforms that they wore. That to me, those days were awesome. And obviously now, if a kid goes, okay, I want to learn how to fight. I want to do martial arts. They're going to want to learn how to do everything now. Because they see the UFC. They see, okay, well, if I want to learn how to fight, I have to learn how to wrestle. I have to learn how to do jiu-jitsu. I have to learn how to box and kick. And it definitely has evolved to its own art form. But from my perspective, I think doing a traditional martial art, even like Taekwondo, can really help you because you learn to fight moving forwards and you learn to fight moving backwards. You learn to fight off each stance, like your right hand forward, your left hand forward. So you see guys, even like Robert Whittaker, he comes from a traditional karate background. He can land heavy strikes moving backwards. Dudes like Paul Felder as well. From any leg, from any side, from any direction. A traditional martial arts background, you will learn how to strike like that. Where in an MMA, where you're sort of learning a whole group of techniques from ground game to your stand up, you might not work on moving backwards so much, or you might sort of stick onto one stance, or you might not have the footwork to move side to side. So that traditional method of just doing drills up and down all night, like that you get from those traditional styles. Sure, for kids now, they might go, man, this sucks. You know what I mean? This is horrible, because it's very difficult, especially on a wooden slippery floor on a cold night in the winter, But, that's how you learn, and that's how you get confident. Even dudes who, even Robert Whittaker on the weekend, he fights with his hands so low because he has the confidence in himself. He knows that he can move. His his footwork will get him out of the way, And I think that all comes from a traditional background that I think moving straight into an MMA school, you will lose a little bit of that.